another episode of Kandid Kisses TV. I'm your girl Michelle C, aka DJ Make a Move, and I am everywhere you need to be. First and foremost, before you even get comfortable with your popcorn, like, comment, and subscribe. Stop looking and not subscribing. I need y'all to go ahead and pull up and do what you're supposed to do, because y'all be acting light skinned. But anyway,
sounding like a real black mama.
Look, I am bringing you always the dopest talents of them all. I am bringing you female comedian / radio on air personality, Miss Janet Stockdale. Come on with it.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening? You know, I still go by my stage name. I still do Janet Dollar.
Okay.
For my stage name, but you know.
Okay.
I am a Stockdale. You know what I'm saying?
Now, where's your whistle?
Baby, don't you get it twisted.
Okay, so you ain't never gonna leave that little whistle.
I'm too grown to get stole. I can't nobody take me like that.
Listen, I know what's right. Well, go ahead and drop your Instagram and all your social medias first, so we can get into this.
Any social media platform, you can just search Comedienne Janet Dollar. That's the easiest way to do it. Comedienne Janet Dollar. Dollar like money. You know what it is.
That's right.
Yes.
You know what? I think I don't know if you ever did it, and you may have, because you've been doing this for a long time. But for your theme song, you should play Where the Dollar's At. I'm just, you ain't never did that?
I have done it a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, because that's always going to be.
What you say, it's going to always be one of them, a banger. Yeah. You right, old school banger. You right.
Well, we getting into, when did you know that you wanted to be in the entertainment industry?
Well, you know, I wouldn't say it's so much about it being in the entertainment industry, because I started out doing poetry.
Okay.
I started out as a spoken word artist. Back in 2002, I would say.
Okay.
And somebody asked me to host an event. Mm-hmm. And I didn't quite understand the process of hosting.
Right.
You know, you think you know,
mm-hmm.
but you don't know until you have to get out and do it.
Right.
So I hosted the event, and it went well, but I wasn't able to hold the crowd. I didn't have enough material.
Okay.
To hold the crowd, which like I said, so I didn't really understand the concept of hosting.
Yeah.
But what kind of kept me cool was I was able to kind of throw some jokes in. Okay. Nothing that I meant to do, but I just knew the timing was messed up, and it was just more than I thought it was. Okay. So I kind of started telling jokes in the midst of the event, and Big Kenny was mm-hmm. there, and he was like, "Hey, have you ever thought about doing comedy?" Right. And I was like, "Nah, never ever thought about that." He was like, "You should think about it." He said, "I got a show." I started doing research about 6 months, mm-hmm. and then one night he was at Uptown, and I jumped on stage for like 3 minutes, and that was probably June of 2002, and I ain't turned back. So,
but you know, Uptown, that's that hard stage right there, baby.
Yeah.
Did you survive it, or you was nervous?
I survived it. it. I didn't get booed, and some people were like, "How long you been doing comedy?" And I was like,
so you popping your collar.
Yeah, somebody asked me that. I was thinking, oh, okay. Right. So, yeah, once that, I kind of set spoken words to the back burner, and I moved forward with comedy.
Now, that's funny you said it, because I'm a writer as well, and when I started writing music and stuff, I started with poetry. Right. I actually was like published in a couple of books or whatever. I'm like, I'm going to do my own publishing, my poetry book later on down the line. I just never did it. What I did do, I printed up some of my poems in like a little Kinko's binder, mm-hmm. and I sold it to my clients, and it did well. I was like, well, maybe I might do that later. Right. But it did well. But so when you do your poetry, do you do, like, I don't want to say the stereotypical like angry black woman, or what are your topics normally?
My topics are in general uplifting, power, peace, and then it would be like in different aspects of peace. A peace of mind. I carry a peace. I am peace. I know that's right. Just, I guess everybody has a different aspect on life. You know what I'm saying? We can always have the same end result, but how we get there sometimes, it kind of totally is a little different. So I be trying to think outside of the box. Mm-hmm. Yeah, on every level, because if not, you're going to be clumped right in the middle of everybody else.
You know what? Do you remember Def Poetry Jam?
Yes.
Listen, I remember I went one year, and then, oh my God, I was in my zone.
Would you say it was so inspiring?
I loved it, but so I took my mom, and she was just like, I'm gonna go to this little whatever it is, because you know she loves music and stuff, but she's like, I'll go.
Right.
So we went, and I cannot remember the guy's name, but it was the funniest poem I had ever heard in my life. I don't remember it verbatim, but he did a poem about Krispy Kreme donuts. When I tell you, I hollered.
But it was the truth too, or what?
It was the way he came out like it was gonna be. I just knew it was gonna be something deep, like Black Power.
Right.
And then he was like, and then the hot donut sign came on, and I was like, nigga.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I still love poetry.
I'm telling you right there, all of that. Yep.
Okay, so now when you first started, how did you come up with your set?
Just life. You know, one thing about my comedy is I've always, you know, everything is relatable. You know, it's a lot of topics that people just don't generally speak of when sitting down with their friends, or, you know, something you did that's embarrassing. But if you can think about those things that you've been through or that you've heard your friends go through, and you can put it into a very short, quick story to where people can relate to it.
Yeah.
You know, that's the easiest form of comedy for me. The realest thing. You don't have to remember.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can just kind of remember your topics and go from there. Now,
the hardest part that I've heard from many comedians is the time. Because, like, you know how they're like, oh, you know, you got 5 minutes, you got 20 minutes. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like a lot. But then I'm thinking about it. If you're on stage and you don't know what you're doing, 5 minutes is like 5 hours.
Oh, my God. Yeah. If you're not having the greatest night in comedy,
right,
and you trying to do 10, I mean, even 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If 5 minutes of torture is 5 minutes of torture. Either way, you know, you'd rather somebody be kind of heckling you versus people just sitting there not saying anything. You know what I'm saying?
A quiet room is worse than a booth.
Oh, man, what you say? Yeah, just don't blow a whistle. Do something, man. Don't just sit there and look at me. No, man.
So you didn't be, see, that's what somebody told me. They was like, why don't you try comedy? I said, well, from one, I'm too sensitive when it comes to my stuff. So I know I'm not going to be there. I'll be ready to fight your ass if you boom.
Right.
But I don't like silence either, so I'll be up there and I'll say a joke and they don't laugh at it. I'll be like, shit, throw that ass in the circle.
Right. But you know, as you get more seasoned in comedy,
right,
you kind of learn to work through those things. Because sometimes every crowd ain't gonna be your crowd.
Right.
But I did learn, and I have taken this with me throughout my comedy career. I went somewhere with Big Kenny one time, and he told me, and I was a young comic, so I had my set. I ain't had nothing else. I ain't had no go-tos. I had my set.
Right.
And when we got there, it was like they didn't want to hear about pussy and dicks. And and then he was like, you know, you got through it. He was like, but sometimes you can't give people what you got. You got to give people what they want.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's just what it is. So as a seasoned comedian, you learn to pay attention to your crowd and look at people and see, because you know when somebody ain't with that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can look at somebody and tell. So you just have to pay attention to people that you're dealing with.
Yeah, and you gotta have different, I guess different sets. Cause it's like, you know, I mean, like if you're going on TV, I ain't never seen no TV unless it was like a cable channel where you where you have to be clean.
They have to be clean.
So you better figure it out.
Yep. and be versatile enough that even if you cussing in your jokes, take the cuss words out and see if it still work. Yeah. Sometimes it's just that simple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's a long little road. Now, what is a challenge you've had to experience as a female comic?
Just, you know, just knowing that you're worthy and people get, especially other men, they, you know, they'll grab somebody behind you that ain't got none of the talent that you got and take them with them and make them, and then next thing you know, but you know what's for you is for you, so you can't even really look at it like that. But that's my challenge. Just, you know, just consistently being a woman in the game, because sometimes you gotta get just like these, you gotta get like they do.
Yep.
You know, they not treating you like a lady in the game. You know what I'm saying? They feel like you their competition, and it's enough funny out here for everybody to eat. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I found. You know, especially as you get seasoned and you get more funny and you kind of learn your craft, people won't take you on the road with them.
Yeah.
You know, you got to make your own lane. I mean, you know, don't nobody, you know, a lot of headliners, and I'm not saying all of them, a lot of headliners, they don't want no feature that might be funnier than me if I'm off on the night. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And some of them are scared of that. But I know some headliners that be like, man, you brought it and you made me work. And they like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a few of them out there that they don't care about.
But that's like detrimental to your show, though. If you think about it, you don't want a loser on your team. You want a winner on your team so y'all can win together. Because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, I got this person that's whack, and then we get on there. So who's gonna buy my show again?
Right.
That doesn't make sense. Why would I get somebody that's
if you
horrible?
got everybody that's dope, then we good.
Exactly. You want to continuously make money. You don't want to make it one time and they be like, I'm never going to get it because the person he had in front of him was horrible. That's stupid. And what most men don't know, women are the purchasers. We're the ones that's in the comedy club buying the comedy club tickets. And if not only that, if a man is in the comedy club, it's normally because their girlfriend told him to come. Ain't no nigga just pulling up to a comedy club just cause. It's because we told him to go.
Yeah,
so y'all better start supporting these women.
Yeah, absolutely.
Telling you. Well, anyway, what is one valuable lesson you learned through the quarantine time?
Comedy related or just life?
Just in general.
It's precious. Life is precious. Communication. Me and my family, we ain't had no issues with the quarantine. Me and my husband, we've been married for almost 6 years. My daughter and my son-in-law, they living with us now because they just moved up here from Alabama trying to get out of that situation. You know, that's a situation within itself.
Yeah.
But during the quarantine, it's been cool. I've been working from home.
Ain't that a blessing?
But you know what though? Some people say I like going to work.
Well, it depends on what you do.
Yeah, I mean, I deal with people. I deal with senior citizens at my job.
Okay.
I'm like their receptionist. I'm like their meet and greeter.
Okay.
I'm like they fill out their paperwork person. I'm like they, help me get online so I can do my virtual yoga class.
Oh, well then you need to talk to my mama because I'm so sick. If she asked me how to do an attachment one more time, I'm like, I done wrote a diagram. I done showed you 15
times. I done wrote the steps. I done
took pictures, and you still like, what's only gonna take you 2 seconds to do it? It's gonna take you less than that if you just learn. You know how they tell you, if I show you, then you ain't got to ask me no more. But now
I know, not your mama them. I already know how. From now on,
if she asks me how you do this on the internet, I'm like, call Janet. I'm not doing this no more. I done told you.
Yeah, so that's what my day usually is filled with. But since the pandemic, and I'm thankful for it too because a lot of good came out of it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of businesses were birthed.
Absolutely.
Through the pandemic. Yeah, a lot of businesses got birthed through the pandemic. So for some people, I know it's been heavy. I mean, heavy on a lot of people financially, emotionally, spiritually. People can't go to church. Some people look for that.
True.
I ain't saying everybody, but some people look for that. And if they don't have it, it ends up being some depression. All kind of things can go on. And you don't know what people, we ain't seen our friends. We ain't seen some of our people.
That's the one thing I do miss out because I'm an introvert with extrovert tendencies. So, when I want to see my people, I really want to see them. But most of the time I'll be like, all right, look, I'll see y'all later.
Right. You ain't got to do none of that.
When you don't see them for months at a time, it's like, dang, I miss my people. So your mental health is serious. You don't realize how much it's that serious until you have to be at one with yourself for a while. You be like, okay, I need to get some people around me, something.
Yeah. You don't really realize how you thrive off of other people's and their relationships, good, bad, or indifferent.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We just have to have that human contact. That's why it's important to senior citizens, man. They getting the short end of the stick right now.
Yeah.
All of them are at home. they terrified of the disease, of the virus, because of what's been going on in front of them, friends dying, and then they continuously telling them that they are the count of people that are at most detriment to die. Right. So they terrified. So at that, they're not getting contact. You know what I'm saying? That my mama scared to hug people.
I don't blame her.
So
when we did for Thanksgiving, we didn't have people over. We zoomed. We was like, all right, how y'all doing? We see y'all,
Yeah, whenever it clear up.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah. So.
All right. Okay, so we switching gears for a second.
Okay.
Who is your favorite rapper and singer, and why?
My favorite rapper. My favorite rapper would probably be, I'm gonna say Rhapsody. She's female
dope.
MC.
Yeah, no, I know you're talking about. She's dope. No, you know who else is dope that I was sleeping on, and I'm tripping that I've been sleeping on her so long? Tierra Whack.
Oh, yeah.
She is a beast.
Yeah, I heard Tierra featuring on somebody's stuff, and then it kind of made me, let me go see what she talking about. Yeah.
She reminds me of a new school Missy Elliott.
Yeah, that's who. Yeah, the speed and kind of her little vibe.
Yeah, because just with her creativity, like not her rap skills, because her rap skills are just bars
way over. Yeah.
But her creativity and her how she thinks. Yeah.
Yep.
And you said your favorite singer is?
Oh God, right now I honestly don't have a favorite singer, because I'll say, what's that little girl name?
Janelle Monáe?
No.
Janae Aiko or I know you're talking about
that little angelic voice, little thing. I heard her sing live, and I was thinking, it sounded like your stuff had already been mastered, remixed, and ready to put out on a CD.
Yeah, now she's a dope writer.
Yeah,
I like her music. I'm not gonna say vocally she's my favorite, but her writing skills, man.
And that may be what it is, because kind of lyrically, I kind of be listening to her. She's a great storyteller.
Oh yeah,
she's a great storyteller.
Now, she can sing too, but
yeah.
When I think of singer, I'm thinking like one of them Jennifer Hudson sing.
I ain't really no woo yeah type of girl. I ain't into that. Nothing taken away from the Fantasias and.
I'll give you an example. Now, Jennifer Hudson ain't my favorite.
Yeah. Okay.
Who my favorite is, I like kind of a jazzy type of voice, but then so I would say Jasmine Sullivan.
Okay.
Brandy, Chrisette Michele, Monica.
Okay, I can do Chrisette Michele. Yeah. I fell in love with her music back in the day.
Man, her first album?
Yeah, she ain't even made no music like that since then.
She hasn't, and I was so mad about it, because when I first got her album, I didn't even realize it was her. I got her from that song, If I Had My Way. That's when I got the CD. And when I started listening to it, before I even knew the whole CD, I was like, why do I know this song? Because she had been out so long. She was featured on soundtracks and everything. I was like, dang, I know all her music. Didn't even know I knew her music. That helped right there.
Like I said, I fell in love with her from that first album.
Absolutely.
So she coming back. I think where her fall off was when she did the inauguration.
We already know.
She did that inauguration. Baby, it was... That inauguration did it for you. Yeah, baby. They kind of said they weren't going to mess with her no more. Now, she is popping back up on the scene. She did a concert last night at Monticello.
Oh, okay.
Out in Marietta.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I pulled up.
I know. We did a comedy show out there, and then they had her concert last night.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So what are some words of wisdom you would give any upcoming entertainer or entrepreneur?
Remain yourself. Don't let nobody change you. They picked you because of who you are. Don't let them change your image. Be you. And if they don't want you to be you, then kick rocks. I'm telling you, because the industry would just bite at you a little bit just to see how much you're willing to change. Let's cut your hair. Let's give you a clean this, or let's do this. And they'll just continuously try things just to see if they can change you and how far you'll go. But if they reached out to you being who you are, don't change.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's the best advice I can give you. Know how to count. That's it.
No, you know what?
I'm talking about
Look, and then if they don't know how to count, you blow their whistle.
Lick your thumb and know how to count. I'm telling you, you better.
All right. Now, on Candy Kisses TV, we like to keep it fun.
Okay.
So we have a couple of little segments. The first one is Kiss or Diss.
Okay.
It's celebrity crushes. So I'm going to name celebrities, and you're going to decide who you kissing and who you dissing.
Oh, God. Okay.
You ready?
I am really not with this. Just so y'all know, I'm doing this only because I've been knowing her more than probably. She used to see me come to Uptown Room and somebody tell me, oh yeah, you can go up, and I sit there all night and I never go up. So she was there even then. Yep. So this is why I'm playing this game, not because of any of these kisses or disses.
It ain't hard. I mean,
oh God, whatever.
It's hypothetical kisses and disses.
Whatever.
Okay.
Look, whatever. All
right, Morris Chestnut or Idris Elba? Who you kissing? Who you dissing?
I'm dissing Morris Chestnut. I'm sorry.
Okay.
He's too commercialized for me now. I don't.
Excuse me. Okay.
I don't care about. I mean, again, there go those changes. I feel like he's changed too much for Hollywood to me.
Would you kiss him back in his Ricky days?
He kind of seemed a little lame to me. I'm sorry. He cute, but he lame. He a little lame. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. His smile is just a little dorky.
I can't.
I know some people be like, ooh, that just melt my spirit. Nigga, do you own a 12-foot A-frame ladder? That's all I want to know. Like
can you do something? Can you clean the gutters?
Yeah, you smiling and now it's dripping in the house. I need to go up there and put that shingle up there.
I can't. Okay. Usher Raymond or Chris Brown? Who you kissing? Who you dissing? You got to pause that long?
Usher Raymond or Chris Brown? Them cheering.
I didn't say you had to tongue them down. I just said kiss.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Usher Raymond or Chris Brown?
Yes. Inquiring minds want to know.
They say Raymond. They say Usher. They got him out here with this package and he ain't responded yet. That's all I'm saying. So
by default, Chris Brown.
And I need the police there when I kiss him because he liable to hit me.
You know what?
Security.
So you want a package or you want a black eye? Which one you want?
Hey man. Hey man.
You gotta kiss one of them on the cheek. Who you kissing?
On the cheek?
Yes.
Chris Brown on the cheek.
All right.
Okay.
Last one. Morgan Freeman or Forrest Whitaker? Who you kissing? Who you dissing?
Oh my God. I got you on the lips.
You can kiss him wherever you want to kiss him.
Hold on now. That's too. She don't went too. That's even worse. Now my mind. Clear that up a little bit. Okay. Morris Chestnut or Forrest Whitaker.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, say that again. You ain't say Morris Chestnut.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Or Forrest Whitaker.
This is your granddaddy. Morgan Freeman. I mean, I could kiss Morgan Freeman on the cheek like my uncle, Uncle Morgan. Hey, Uncle Morgan.
Because you know he like him young now.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Let's change that. Let's change that then. Then never mind. What's the other choice?
Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I kiss him on the cheek and run. He won't be able to tell which way I went. Look.
Okay. All right. Our next segment is our DAQs. That stands for dumbass questions. It is random questions I want answers to. All right. What is the weirdest conversation you've ever overheard?
Oh my God. Standing in line. Where was I at? I was in line for when I lost my job back in 2018. I was standing in line to see if I can get some food stamps and stuff.
You had to stand in line for that then?
Yeah, it was not a line, but it was like a counter I had.
Because everybody going just do it online now.
Yeah, they had me bringing in some paperwork because of my you know how they do. They had me bring in some paperwork or some verification paperwork. Okay. Because I had done. I know. You know.
You know how we do.
You know. Had done. So they were like, we need you to bring in some verification.
Right.
2 young ladies were discussing You know, back in the day when we knew boosters, they didn't have to discuss nothing. Okay. They were standing there discussing how they were going to go in TJ Maxx up on Camp Creek and how they was going to steal their stuff. And I was trying to take notes, but I wasn't. It didn't sound, they plan didn't sound too secure. Okay. So I just, they plan didn't sound too secure, but they was talking loud. They was really planning out.
It was secure. If they talking that loud, you can hear them.
No. And it was two of them. I was thinking, y'all, somebody gonna be getting y'all food stamp card.
Oh yeah. All day long. All right. If you could change the color of the sky, what color would you change it to?
Pink.
Okay. Any reason why?
That's my favorite color.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just my favorite color. Breast cancer awareness. That's just I don't know. That's just near and dear to me.
All right. Yeah. What is one food that you absolutely hate and why?
I wouldn't say I hate. I try to like all vegetables, especially now, but I ain't gonna say I hate, but I don't eat meat no more. So that's about.
God bless your soul. I don't know how you do it.
Oh, yeah, it was because of my husband's. It started out with his health reasons. Okay. He went and got a test, had a colonoscopy. They found some polyps in his intestines. They burn them out. Not a real bad, quick procedure. But he asked the question of what causes polyps. And the doctor really didn't want to tell him, but he said it's caused by meat. Kind of red meat sitting in your intestines and kind of taking so long to digest that if it takes so long in one spot, it kind of makes that spot a little wet. And if it's continuously there, it can cause that spot to get sick, with over time may or may not cause cancer. And when they told him that,
that's all he needed to do.
Yeah, he said,
I understand. I don't do a lot of red meat. I do red meat once a blue moon, but it's what I can't get rid of is that chicken.
I know. And I'm going to tell you something. I really feel the way I lost weight, I really feel like chicken is the worst one. Only because of the steroids that they put in chicken. Yeah. And back in the day, I don't know if you remember, but I can remember back in like Ronald Reagan days when they stopped putting so many stipulations on the FDA, and they could kind of put in what they want in foods, and they started putting more steroids in chickens to make them bigger.
Yeah, like Church's chicken, Church's wing look like this.
Yes, and that's not right.
But I mean, when I say like chicken, because I know I'm because of COVID, you kind of forced to cook and everything. Now. Right. I'm cooking and grilling and baking my own stuff. I mean, but you don't know what they putting it in the before they get to you. So yeah. Same thing, but
that's the thing.
I'm weaning off it. I'm doing more salmon and fish now, but
that's what we do. We pescatarian, so salmon, fish, shrimp, lobster, crab. We all over that. But and then old country girl, I make a pot of peas and some cabbage and some cornbread and tell you to sit down and eat now.
No, I don't think I can't fool with them peas, but that cabbage.
You don't like peas?
You know what? I don't like beans or I don't like beans or peas. Anything it tastes like mush. I don't like the texture of it.
Really?
Like people like, don't you want some black eyed peas?
Some people are so funny with their textures. I
hate it. Yeah. So what was your most hated food?
I would say even as a kid, maybe something like Brussels sprouts. I didn't really like Brussels sprouts, but now, of course, when you little, you think you don't like them because of the way they look. You don't even try them, and
I never had them. Like I've had older women tell me, give me some good Brussels sprouts. I'm like, I've always heard negative things about them,
man.
And I've never tasted them, so I don't know.
I can jerk mine. I'll put them in the oven and roast them and kind of almost burn them up, and they be really good. They like little cabbages. They like little.
No, I mean I know what they look like. I just never tasted them, so I'm
they good. They good. Now, I mean, I would probably fall asleep at the table and get a whooping when I was little. You tried.
No, that's just like with cabbage. I didn't like cabbage for a long time until so a guy used to do my hair, and he made some fish and grits one day with some cabbage. And I'm like, he's like, you ain't gonna taste the cabbage? I'm like, I don't know. He was just like, just taste it. He had meat in his, and I like meat. So I'm like, oh, no, anybody? Because the only time I've ever had cabbage before was all that watery steamed. It's like no flavor, and it's nasty. But when I tasted his, I was like, okay, now that's what cabbage
still got a little crunch to it.
There you go.
That. Yeah. He know how to make cabbage.
Name one movie that you thought was a complete waste of time that you should have never been made.
I'm gonna tell you, I just watched a movie that I just felt like it should have been way more awesomer than it was, and it was not. It was really weird. The Tenant.
Somebody just told me about that. One of my homeboys just put it on Facebook. He was like, "Now I can't get my life back because I'm so sick of it." I don't know about the movie, but he just said that on Facebook. When you see it was absolutely horrible.
You're gonna be like, "Oh my God, what is this?" And the crazy part is Denzel's son has the leading role in that movie. I don't know if a lot of people know, but I mean the acting is good in the movie, but the concept of the movie is weird. Oh, it's so horrible. It's so. Oh, I mean, you probably. I plan on trying to watch it again. That's how decent it was. Because you have to watch it like 3 times to understand try to get it. Yeah, because I'll say this: they do a lot of moving backwards in the movie. Like, and I don't mean like moving in time backwards. I mean like the scene, that type of moving backwards, and that's part of the movie. Like that's how it's really, really weird, but. I don't know. You have to see it. Check it out. It's on Blu-ray right now. But
the most recent movie that I think that was a complete waste of time, overly hyped, that damn Bird Box. That was the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. I should have watched it blindfolded. Oh my God! That shit was horrible. I was like,
was Sandra Bullock in that movie?
Yeah. And then it make you mad because at the end of it, you be like, well, what the fuck was outside? It never showed you what was outside, and then they show you some shit from the blind people. You know what? Don't ever don't do a part 2 or 3 or 4. That's
why they left it like that so they might be able to do a part 2. I feel like when you don't know what's outside, people still
don't nobody care what
the hell.
At this point, I don't care what's outside.
You want to go see a part 2 of Bird Box?
No,
come on, man.
If I do, I'm gonna have my own little blindfold, and that's how I'm gonna watch it because it's stupid as hell.
That's hilarious.
All right, what is the most horrible name you can name a hair salon?
Witches and Stitches.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I want no witch in my head.
Yeah, Witches and Stitches. We sewing them things up, baby. Yeah.
Ooh,
Hey, yeah, Witches and Stitches. That's us. We 24 hours. Yeah, Witches and Stitches. We work our best work at night. Hey, now.
I don't want no demons in my head. Yeah. Now, we are moving on to our next segment. It is What Grinds My Gloss. So, what grinds my gloss is basically name one of your pet peeves that, just in general, don't have to be something that happened yesterday, just your all-time pet peeve.
Oh, let me tell you something, and it's the weirdest thing ever. You know, if somebody's sitting behind you and like seating when they kicking your feet or patting their foot on the seat, I be wanting to say, hey man, hey, get your foot off my seat, man. That's like, I be really like wanting to say something. That's the weirdest thing ever. But that's like, or like a kid just kind of putting their little foot, a little chair and put their little foot on the back of your seat, and you be like, hey.
You be like, you got one more goddamn time.
Hey. Put your foot up there again and see what happens.
Ain't gonna have no foot.
Yeah, that's.
You know what? One of my grind my gloss is people too close to me. Like, you know how you're in a line or whatever, and nothing against, but I know like foreigners are normally like the ones that do this, but they don't respect personal space. Like, you'll be sitting in a post office or something, like in a line for a post office, and they will literally be right on top of you.
Even now.
Like, if you don't back the hell up.
Even now. Yeah, I ain't never been no personal space type of person like that. For you to be in my space like that.
And then they look at you like something wrong with you. You be like, nigga, okay, you gonna buy me dinner or something? Because you all in my ass.
I had to kind of get used to that when I worked in my last job. I worked with a lot of different people from a lot of different countries, and a lot of them don't understand or respect the personal space boundary. They be getting up in your face and they be asking simple questions. You be like, hey, whoa, wait a minute.
Why you got to talk to me right here?
Yeah, why you got to ask me about my stomach right here? I know your stomach was fucked up the other day. But wait a minute, why are you right here?
Get your ass on. Well, last but not least, we have our game that we have done over the holidays. It's a Sing-a-Doo. Me and my homeboy, DJ All-Star, created a game called Sing-a-Doo. What it is, it's a musical game. You have to sing the melody on the card, but you can only use the word do. And then I have to guess what the song is and vice versa. So,
what if I don't even know the song?
Well, we got plenty. You got to know some songs. We got plenty of categories. We got TV hits, R&B.
Okay.
Every category you can think of is on here, honey. So you should know something. All right, what category do you want to do? We got Hip hop and R&B, greatest hits, pop Billboard hits, country and rock, sing and do favorites, and that's just our favorite songs. Old school, TV themes, and party and dance hits.
Let's do old school.
Okay, let's see.
I don't know how old school it is, but
old school. Okay, you should get this one. Do 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 do. There you go. All right. Next one. I don't know if you're gonna know that one. I'll try it. Do 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 do.
What is that?
I'll give you a hint. It's a white group.
You got me on that one.
Bye 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 bye. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna give you one more. Okay. Whew. Let me see if I can. Me.
Right.
Do 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 do.
Oh, that sounds so familiar. I can hum it with you too. I just like to hear you do it. What is that? I
give my all to him.
Yeah.
All right, so now I'm gonna let you go. Okay. I'm going to do I'll try R&B and hip hop, and they're both sides. So
okay. R&B and hip hop. Okay. Do I know that song?
If you don't know, you can go.
Hold on, wait a minute. Yeah. That's gonna be a tough one. Okay.
Oh Lord. What is it?
Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do.
If you're horny, jump on it. That's it, pony.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, say title. She got that one. Okay. I would do. I don't know what I was doing at first. Do it.
The fact that you was doing that, like, I
oh, I don't know what that is. Oh wow. I really don't even know that.
Go to another one.
I know. Okay.
Let's see, we playing you at time. It would have been like, nigga, hurry up.
I know. I'm telling you. Hold on. Okay. Oh man. I don't even. Let me see. Okay, I know these songs, but I don't be knowing them like that. Do 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 do.
Don't go. In Vogue, don't go.
It's in Vogue, but that's the part I'm singing. I don't know.
Don't go. That's the name of it, ain't it? Shit. What's the name? That is the name of the song.
Hold on.
Oh, you sing the wrong song.
Oh, am I? Hold on.
Cause hold on to your love.
Oh, see, I was thinking.
I know I'm singing the right thing.
Baby, I don't see.
You done changed your own goddamn song.
I done changed the whole song. I done sung what I wanted to sing.
Okay, clearly that's your favorite. That show went on that damn card. But that is how you play Singadoo. You can get it at singadoo.com if all are interested. It's a perfect stocking stuffer for all family and friends.
Especially if some wine or some alcohol.
Baby, listen, them dang on tags. You been getting them videos with the people drinking.
Baby, I'm talking about because your doodles turning into twilly-litty-dee.
You turning Charlie Wilson?
Yeah.
All right, well, please let everybody know where they can find you and how they can keep in touch with you.
Yep, make sure you keep your ear to the streets for Comedienne Janet Dollar. You can look me up on all social media platforms, Comedienne Janet Dollar, except for Pornhub and TikTok.
Yeah, and OnlyFans.
No OnlyFans. Hell no. Yeah, excuse me. I do got a Pornhub, no OnlyFans.
And make sure you check out her radio show as well.
Yes, check me out on my radio show, hiphop95.com, every Monday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. So if you're in a different time zone, time check, fool.
All day. And we out.
Yeah.